Yo, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are playing a game called What Remains of Edith Finch. I have only heard good things about this game. I'm excited to see where this story takes us. I've heard it's a bit sad. Maybe we will shed a few tears today, who knows? So yeah, let's hop right in. So we begin on a boat. Oh, we have a book. It's like my diary. Oh, it's a journal. It's just at the bottom.
This isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
The house.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Cool. Nice gloomy day in the forest. I like the vibes here. Can we
I lived
run?
here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
It's kind of suspicious. I feel like this is where Coraline lives. Cute.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. No trespassing. Guess we are a little bit of a rebel.
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Left me a key and didn't tell me what it unlocked? Is this Attack on Titan? Can we go down here? Ooh. Oh, a frog.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Okay, so we're here to unlock the mystery of the Finches.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
I don't know, there's a lot of frogs making noises. Whoa. Interesting. I like it though. I think more houses should look like this.
I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Do I get a flashlight? Pretty. Imagine living here.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Okay. But it's so pretty here.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
All right. Gotta find another way in. What controls am I supposed to use? Huh.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Pretty. Okay, but how do we get in? What about the side of the house? Maybe there's a little back door? Oh. I love wind chimes. Oh, through the dog door. Okay, perfect.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
This looks like an area where you upgrade your weapon in The Last of Us.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home, but instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Yum. What is this?
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Molly. Is Molly still here?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
I don't know. I like this house. A whole, like, bookshelf wall. A cute little ladder.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
This picture looks spooky. But I like it. But I didn't live here, so I can't say much. Ooh. Ooh. Is that Bigfoot? It's Bigfoot!
Those music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Maybe Bigfoot lurks in these woods.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
I want to go to the basement. What if we just break the door down?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What happened? Let's go upstairs.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Did our family just slowly go missing? Just Bigfoot got to them. Okay, where does our key... Wow, a lot of family photos. Where does the key...
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with if she hadn't died in 1947.
The calendar said 2010, so I'm assuming it's like 2010 is when we left the house. That's a pretty room. Oh. Who is this man? Oh.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Why? This room's sick. It's like a freaking aquarium in here.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
It'd be kind of sick to grow up here. All this urban legend about your house.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
It's gotta be Bigfoot.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Little kitty cat. I wonder if that's our cat.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Alright, what's here? Looks like a
Just
cute
like I had
room.
no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly, her diary.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was
Molly now?
starving. So I looked around for something to eat.
Oh. Is this a hamster?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Where is our gerbil? Oh, we have a fish too. Are we gonna eat this also? Thought about what?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
This monster! She really was gonna do it. Don't worry, Christopher, you're safe.
I kept eating and eating.
The toothpaste? Stop. Kids are crazy, man. The mistletoe. Come on. It's probably even real.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Is mistletoe toxic? I feel like it would be poisonous, but I don't know. Maybe this is even plastic.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Don't kill the bird.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Okay, cool. I've always wanted to be a cat. Meow. Can I jump to the next branch? Ooh, wow.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Wow, love the cat POV. It's so cute. It'd be so fun to be a cat, like the way they can just jump to things and... I'd love to be a cat. Okay, where do I go from here? Meow. Maybe we're actually besties.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Oh, never mind. I think we're angry. Where'd the bird go? Oh.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up.
Oh.
And suddenly, I was an owl.
Ah, fun.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth.
Owl
nibbling in
POV,
the
let's
grass.
go. Nibbling in the grass? Are we gonna go eat something? Over here.
Rabbits.
I don't want to kill a rabbit. Maybe we can become a rabbit afterwards, though. Whee. I don't... Are we just flying with them? Maybe they're besties. I don't know how to swoop down. I don't know if it's possible. Oh, it is possible. Okay. Kind of hard. Ah! Got you, rabbit. Oh.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up.
What kind of evil
and I
child?
didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Oh my god.
A mama rabbit.
A mom? We're killing mothers now. This child has gone too far. What a monster!
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
What's wrong with this child?
I was a shark.
Oh. Oh, we need the ocean. This poor shark! Oh my god! Okay, is there water nearby? Oh. Come on, little sharky, let's go. Maybe there's an ocean down here. Whee!
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
Don't die by car.
Now,
Ah,
I
there
was
we go.
hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
It's hard to steer with the gate. Come here, seal your mind. Yum.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. I grabbed on
Yum.
tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Where am I? Is this my eel?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Ooh, cool sea monster. Let's go.
I was
Don't mind
big,
me.
but I moved real quiet.
Ha! I'm gonna kill this sailor. Sorry, dude. Nothing personal.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Ooh. Let's go kill the drunken sailor. There we go. Nothing personal, just good business.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Toilet?
I got closer and closer.
Ooh, are we in our bedroom now? Ooh, it's coming full circle.
All my stomach started growling.
Stomachs? How many stomachs we got?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Okay, interesting story.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
All
I
right.
got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
I hear a cat. Is this our cat? Hello, kitty.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Aw,
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
a lot of bird cages.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Yeah, I believe her.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
This is a fun bathroom. Aw.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Hey,
was a
I
pretty
like
good
it.
Trace.
I like it. Is that a champagne bottle in there? I approve. Oh? There's a secret.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last
Ew.
place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
This is so fun. I want a house like this.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
All right. Everyone has such fun rooms.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Hey, just like me.
He never talked about him.
Oh,
I guess
come
my
on,
grandpa
Sarah.
didn't like history any more than my mom did.
It's so fun in here. My bedroom was so boring compared to these as a kid.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Whee. Do I have a cast in my foot?
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day,
It's like making
he
me dizzy.
finally made up his mind to do it.
What? Am I gonna jump off the
I
swing
told him
set?
going around was impossible.
I think we're gonna fall.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Okay. We're gonna fall off the cliff.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Damn.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
What a dangerous spot for a swing set. This is a secret doorway. Fun. Wow, I've always wanted one secret door in my house.
The passages were a pretty
A million.
tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
What do we have here?
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Bigfoot. He really likes Bigfoot, eh?
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a
Right,
lucky
does.
break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was
Pretty good
Barbara's
scream.
father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter.
Walter White?
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Are you sure he'll be back in a sec?
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
What I just
So
said.
Barbara went to look for him right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Ooh, we can control it now.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Hello? Oh my god. Oh, aha, don't
The
mess with
gang's
me.
leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The saw in question. Okay. Babe? I don't see anyone.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Yeah.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up. But if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Okay. Don't mess with me, Walter White. I'll smack you right in the face. Walter?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
I returned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Hey, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Window? Ah, secret nook. Great.
She played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Can we kill him?
Harley's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groan. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Walter? Oh.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but
Don't
all
mess
she
with me.
heard was...
Hello? Who's at the door?
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house. The monsters had come to surprise her.
Let's go.
It was a dream come true. And she saw what kind of monsters they were. And she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom, but unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same
Don't
night.
care.
And
Where's
little
Rick?
Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
All right.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered. As absurd as that comic was, maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
All right. Well, so long, Barbara.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Attic?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
My friend Bigfoot. Aw, I want to be friends with Bigfoot.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Should we play with the music box?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Where is said music box? Maybe it was downstairs. Someone
I
turn
wonder
on
if
a
that
light in
comic
here.
was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
I don't remember where the basement is. This is the basement. Ah, here it is. Just keep spinning it until the key pops out. Oh, wow. I want one of those. Let's frickin' go.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. Maybe she was hiding presents.
What a secret fridge. Oh, a
Turned
secret
out she was
door.
hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Whoa.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Perfect.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane, having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow, but if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal, almost friendly.
Are these?
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Are these peaches?
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Okay.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
What?
Whatever killed Barbara, and Molly, and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake.
Our whole family's just doomed for misfortune.
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Yeah.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day.
Aw.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
I was like, oh, this is inspirational and so sweet. And then that took a turn.
Walter died when I was 6. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
All right. Into the creepy passageway we go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Maybe he was cooking meth down here. Kind of fitting.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Down the path?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Oh, how nice of that light to turn
But
on.
I thought you should know about your family.
Beachfront property.
And the history you're a part of.
I want to swim out to the dock.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I want to go
Look
up
at the
there.
house. That history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine.
Aw.
2 had been my fault.
Derpy Jr., Shatsy, Oliver.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
On the 31st. Wow.
I'm sure
How
Odin's
ironic.
monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on. But for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Ooh, what is over here?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Yes, this was our old house. Right in the water, wow.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand, but the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Damn, this curse is awful.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along, for me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I'd be scared to come back.
But looking back on it now,
Little treehouse.
if she
so
told me
fun.
there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, that's why she said maybe 2. Got a baby on the way. Hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. is a crazy property.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Liked hunting, I guess.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Aw.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
Okay. On a hunting trip.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You peeing? I don't want to take a
We
picture.
should not have drunk all that coffee.
What about
You're right, Dad.
birds.
It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
pretty?
Aw.
You done
Nothing
peeing?
quite like being outside.
Hey, it's a long pee. Gosh, how much did you
Hold
drink?
still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Poems.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. That was a great trip.
Oh.
Your grandpa's Fen taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Can I take a photo of something else? I can capture everything. Oh, a bird.
Dad!
Dear.
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Oh, that would be me. he's taking a selfie with the...
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
One of those girls in his family. Oh, wow.
Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer.
Okay, gotta run. She's crying or she's taking a selfie. Like, bro.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
I mean, karma's a bitch. Damn.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Why? You hear about Uncle Sam getting thrown off the cliff by a deer, falling to his death? What a lovely story, like, bro. Okay.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
I like the blue tones here.
After
Very
Sam
pretty.
died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
What the heck is that creepy looking doll in there? I don't like this. Oh, it's just a... Okay, it's just a painting. It's not that bad. Divorce. Oof.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Aw. Boing. Oh. Oh, I can be a frog now.
Bend over, Gregory. It's time to...
It's like Toy Story.
Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw, what his world was like.
Whee. I'm so bad at this. Come on, pop it for me.
You reminded me so much of Calvin,
Now we're all
lost in his
swimming.
imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
Oh. Oh, the whale is watching us. Swim with us.
It sure made him happy. how silly it sounds.
A rubble bath? Let's go.
But I worried about a baby being too happy. I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Did he drown in a tub or something?
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh, we do drown in the tub, I think.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh no, not the baby.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
I don't know. I think you should watch your baby while they're that young in a bathtub.
I'm sure he's happy.
Take him out of the tub.
And he'd want you to be happy too.
I don't know.
Good luck, Kay.
I mean, maybe.
Love, Sam.
Maybe it wasn't your fault. That poor baby.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh, we're flying a kite.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh, wedding's going on. I didn't realize.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh, the wind is destroying everything.
The rain came down
Nasty
in
wind.
buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Am I gonna die out here?
Thunder
Is that
sounded
tornado?
much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Lightning is totally gonna strike my kite and then kill me. Oh. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, we're alive, okay.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Wow, poor kid.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Poor Gus. Oh.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Now what? Did I miss something up here? Their whole house is like a playground. Imagine having a rock climbing wall, and then you have like a little pole. Ah, here we go. I did miss something.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Oh, everyone has their own garden. It's so
And
cute.
to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Disappeared? Wonder where he is.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Wee.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh. A door? A secret door? Oops. So cute!
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
These stairs do not look safe. I wouldn't
Mom
go up here.
definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room, except Louis.
It looks fun in here. And dangerous.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
For like video games, I see. That dual monitor setup, let's go.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee, methodical, tireless, focused, like a whole new Lewis, so I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Aww.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis-topia.
My dog. Follow me, dog, please.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band, and he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished.
I feel like
He
I
held an
daydream a lot.
election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Lewis. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, Art of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for
Sinister serpent.
sinister serpents. He followed the sound of his
Electric guitar.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Little fish coming.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
It's a cool transition. It's my locker.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him, even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Aw, Molly.
His prince waited, holding his crown.
My prince.
There was only one thing left to do, bend down his head.
I don't think we should.
The rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Sad.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he
Poor
was
Lewis.
surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Same.
On the way
Goes
back
higher.
from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to live in this house.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Is this my room?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Should I go to it?
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life, but I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Hello.
I got turned around. I started seeing things.
A deer.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
A bed frame?
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Sad.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you, but now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
The baby? I guess she died, giving...
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
So this is the daughter. Son! I don't know why I assumed she was having a daughter. Sad. I wonder how she died. Aww. This is so cute. Well, that was a lot to take in. I liked how creative everything was. Really sad, of course. This game was really well done, and I highly recommend playing it for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next week in the next video.